one is called Stars in the Sun. The stars in the sun is basically the main difference between so-called people who you know and those who want to be champions. They can actually see the stars in the sun. This reminds me about a small boy who was locked in his dormitory because he woke up late. As he looked out of the window, he saw the sun rising over the mountain. And he could feel that warmth and the sun, but he was locked. The next day he gets up a bit early and he goes down to the ground so that he could have a straight, unprotected view of the sun rising. And he feels the air, the warmth, and he likes it because now there's no obstruction of the windows to see the sun. The third day he says, let me get more of the sun. And he squats on the ground, and as he's focused in seeing the sun, he finds that ants are biting him, creatures are crawling up, and it's a distraction, but he's still focused to gazing at the sun. The fourth day again he is late and he is cooped up in his dormitory back again. However, this time he has seen the sun, the warmth, the feeling, and he remembers the other aspects of the environment around him as he's still looking at the sun. The fifth day he goes back into the ground and he's closer this time to the hill that overlooks or through which the sun comes through. And this time he is aware of the birds chirping, he's aware of the squirrels making the sounds. The creatures again are up his pants, but that doesn't really matter because he's so focused with the sun rising. And that's when he says, I've got to climb the hill, I've got to climb this mountain so that I can see the sun directly. The sixth day, that's what he does. He goes up there, climbs the hill, the mountain, he's ready for the sun. And at that time, he realizes, as he sees the sun rising, he can see stars in the sun. What a big difference from the guy who was in the dormitory, locked up, and he didn't actually see the stars in the sun. He can feel the air cool as it touches his body and his skin. He can hear the music of the birds, every song that the birds sing. Yes, there are a few of the insects that are crawling up his pants, and those bites really don't matter. The ants that are pricking on his skin really don't matter because he's focused on the sun and the stars in the sun. The seventh day, he just reminisces this whole experience of seeing the stars in the sun. Unfortunately, he is again late and he's locked again in the dormitory. But this time, as he looks out, it's a cloudy day, it's a rainy day. The sun hasn't risen. But in his mind, in his heart, he can still feel the warmth. He can still hear the air of the birds singing. He can feel the whole atmosphere. In his mind, he has visualized the sun rising. He can actually see the stars in the sun. And that's the big difference between people you and I know and champions. Champions can see the stars in the sun. If you can do that, even when the sun doesn't rise, you are a champion. You are that champion which is there within you. All you have to do is listen, observe, visualize. Do this on an everyday basis and you will see stars in the sun.